led onto the field tonight by Drum Major Dominic Ferrante. The Hilltopper Marching Band would like to thank all of our band parents for their endless support, from band camp to uniform fittings to chaperoning. We couldn't do it without you. All right, Topper fans, put your hands together for the Chardon High School Fight Song. We would like to take a few moments to recognize anyone who has served in the United States military. If you or a loved one has served in the Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, or Coast Guard, please stand and be recognized as we play God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood. Would you please stand now if you are able, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the national anthem, and please remain standing for the Chardon High School alma mater. Hilltoppers, put your hands together for the Hey Song.
Geauga Local Access Cable GTV is proud to bring you Chardon Hilltopper football tonight. It is homecoming at Memorial Field, and we are here for all of the festivities. Jamie Ward and Matt Jaworski with you. Matt, the Hilltoppers have just taken the field. It's been a really packed night with events. It's a cold night, but there are a lot of Chardon fans here tonight, and it is a very, very big football game against a Geauga County rival in the Kenston Bombers.
That's right, Jamie. It is homecoming night here in Chardon. And for the Hilltoppers, they would love nothing more than to come back or come out and avenge a loss from last week, a shutout against Madison. They've got a lot to prove tonight in front of a great-sized crowd. It's cold, it's blustery, and it's just what the Hilltoppers want to see on the football field.
Last week, the first loss of the season for these Hilltoppers. They had won their first 4 games, and they come in now at 4-1 at the halfway point in the season. But a very important game, because Kenston comes in 2 wins and 3 losses. The Bombers have lost their last 3 contests in a very un-Bomber-like fashion. But what Chardon knows is that Kenston is one of the top teams in this Western Reserve Conference. They're well coached under Jeff Grubich, and this is always a very, very hard-fought football game.
It is, Jamie. And you look back just even to last year when these 2 teams got together in week number 2, and it was a hard-fought Chardon victory, 19-7 in that game.
Hilltoppers come in under head coach Mitch Hewitt. It is Mitch's 5th season, and of course he is a Chardon High School graduate, class of 1999. His senior year, Mitch and his Chardon Hilltopper football team went to the state championship in Division II. They were runners-up that year. But Mitch Hewitt really, Matt, when he came back, it was like the return of the king in many ways. He has turned this program around. He's got 2 playoff appearances, and his record against Kenston in 5 years, don't forget, is I believe 5-1 if you include the playoff win from 2012. And so the thing about Coach Hewitt is he understands that this game is a rivalry, and new this year, it's an actual conference rivalry in the Western Reserve Conference.
And Jamie, that is so huge. Chardon right now is sitting at 1-1 in the conference. Kenston 0-2. And boy, this conference, if you go 0-3 to start the year in the Western Reserve Conference, you are not going to take home the title. So Kenston, they need to win tonight. I hope a little bit of luck falls their way the rest of the year. A couple other teams lose so that they might be able to play for a conference title. For the Hilltoppers, they still have destiny in their hands, if you will. Just one loss, and they have a couple good teams left to play. But boy, it starts with taking care of business tonight. And the key to that, Jamie, and we've been talking about this now really since the season started, is playing solid, fundamental Hilltopper football in all facets of the game: offense, defense, and special teams.
Hilltoppers band now filing in off to our right, and as always, a huge student section. The Chardon Crazies tonight in a red out, and I'm sure we'll see lots of great things from them here on homecoming night. The Hilltoppers will receive the football, and so back deep is Joe Dinko, number 2, and also Ethan Ziegenfuss, standing at about their own 10-yard line. The kicker for Kenston is number 17, a sophomore, Ryan Toft. And he will do all the kicking today for the Bombers, who are trying to get back together defensively. They have had an awful lot of injuries this year, and we'll talk a lot about that as this night goes on. Ball is in the air. It's a short kick, takes a bounce, and here comes Dinko across the 20, 25, 30, still on his feet. And a good return for Joey Dinko, the junior, out to the 43-yard line.
Jamie, you look at Chardon's starting lineup tonight, and of course they're led by the junior quarterback, beg your pardon, Tommy Bettinati, a junior 5'10", 160. The guys behind him, Christian Ross, senior 5'9", 177. Dinko, a junior 5'11", 165. And Pikus, the junior, Andrew, 6'0", 165.
4 wide receivers in the game for Chardon. Bettinati keeps it himself. First down into Kenston territory, and that is the type of run, a 12-yard play that the Hilltoppers know will be the key to their success.
Well,
tonight.
You have to think that Kenston came out and said, what the heck is this formation? Didn't know what to do, and Bettinati just straight up the middle. Nice pickup for the Hilltoppers.
Some real issues for this Kenston defense. Caleb Dancy is the nose tackle on the defensive line, as now it's first down and 10 again. Now Bettinati's under center again, though. 3 wide receivers in. That might have been a Kenston player. No flag, though, as the ball carriers. Bettinati still on his feet. Bettinati inside the 20, 15. It's a race to the corner of the end zone. And he's just short.
Wow. What a run by Tommy Bettinati. Jamie, the Kenston Bombers had a couple chances to bring him down, but they could not do so. Very elusive runner. We saw a great outburst from him, made a good decision to cut near side of the field. And the Hilltoppers now knocking on the door.
First down and goal from the 2-yard line. Great start. Joe Sivas, the fullback, is in the game behind Bettinati, who's under center. There's a man in motion, turns, Sivas, touchdown Chardon, and it took just 3 plays and 49 seconds to get the Hilltoppers on the board 6-0.
That's how you do it if you're the Hilltoppers, Jamie. You come out early, you get on the board. This is a Kenston team that has given up 43 and 42 points their last couple games. They're struggling defensively. You want to get on the board and, again, make them play catch-up.
Wow, homecoming magic to start. Ethan Ziegenfuss, his kick is up, and it is good. So it is 7-0 with 11 to go in the first quarter. We didn't even have a chance to talk about that Kenston defense. But, you know, the Kenston offense is still banged up as well. So just 2 weeks ago, the Bombers were missing 12 players from the roster. And Coach Jeff Grubich has been getting used to these types of what he really calls freak injuries. Injuries during games, ACL tears, separated shoulders, broken wrists. Things that, I mean, look at Chardon, for instance, Matt. They have had almost no injuries tonight. We'll talk a little bit about Daylon Powers, the nose tackle, who is out. But other than that, makes an awful big difference, especially at the varsity level.
Oh, hands down, Jamie. If you have a healthy team, if you have a team that you know you can count on a certain performance from each of these players night in, night out, or every single Friday, if you will, it makes coaching a lot easier, it makes planning a lot easier. And right now for the Kenston Bombers, it's next man up, but you know, you can only do it on so many positions, Jamie, once you start spreading it out to nearly the entire defense, that just makes it so difficult.
Back deep for Kenston is number 5, Charlie Randall. He will play tailback today. And the cornerback, number 31, Mikey Thigpen, is also back deep. Hilltoppers' place kicker is Ethan Ziegenfuss, who has really done well this year at putting the ball into the end zone. Now, you can see just how windy it is out there on the field, as the ball is now blown off the tee twice. And our back judge, Kyle Brown, will ask a Hilltopper to hold it. The wind is going to be a huge factor. Not only is it gusting, but it's also very cold. And you would think, for a team like Kenston, with quarterback Parker Gadula, a team who likes to throw the ball, that may give them trouble. We'll see.
Well, Gadula, though, is a dual threat, Jamie. So he's someone who you could see him pick up some rushing yards. He's not like a Tommy Beninati, but he can pick up some yards here and there. What a kick.
No chance for Kenston, and you can see there what a good leg and a little bit of wind will do for the kicking game. So the Kenston Bombers will come out, and of course we're going to talk a lot tonight about the head starting quarterback, number 12, Parker Gadula. 6 feet 2 inches, 195 pounds. He's been starting since his sophomore year. He's a very traditional quarterback. Now, Matt mentioned he's run the ball more this year than any time in his career. Part of that's because of the injury, but he really likes to sit back in the pocket and throw it. The Bombers come out with 4 receivers in the game and Gadula from the gun. And they will run the ball on first down and into the backfield, into the Chardon defensive backfield. That's Matt Fecco, number 13. He is a freshman.
Well, not a bad start for Kenston, Jamie, responding to that Hilltopper play.
This play, this is Colin Cure, number 33. Cure is the starting middle linebacker. And the Bombers will go right at it offensively. We'll see this all night. No huddle. Gadula's going to keep it on second down. Does a nice job to find a hole and pick up about 5 yards. So it'll be third down and about 4 coming up.
Well, and that's what you're going to get from Parker Gadula, Jamie. He's going to kind of pick and choose. He'll run a few plays here and there, but boy, you know, he wants to put that ball in the air if Mother Nature will allow him.
Randall's in motion. Gadula's going to keep it running. Far side, he's strung out, and he loses yards. So the Hilltopper defense shuts Kenston down.
Tenu Lamagua in on that tackle.
Kenston on their own 39-yard line, and here comes the punt team.
Well, Chardon could not ask for a better defensive start to this game, Jamie. A 3 and out.
Ziegenfuss again back for the Hilltoppers. Toft is the punter. Good kick into the teeth of the wind. Pikus was also back. It goes out of bounds over on the far side. And so pretty good field position for the Hilltoppers as they will start on their own 40-yard line. Well, we take a look, Matt, at that Chardon offensive line. Didn't get a chance to introduce some of the guys up front on that first drive.
No, we didn't, and they're anchored by the left tackle, Skylar Pekosik, the senior 6'6", 220. Then next to him, Justin Stanko. Jamie Tierney's the center. Mason Straczynski at right guard, and Dustin Clute is the right tackle.
Here is Joe Dinko, and here comes a penalty flag. It's a short gain of a few, and it is one of the line judges who looks like he's going to have holding, and he does. Costly penalty on first down for the Hilltoppers. The officials today, the referee is Bill Tilker. On the lines, we have John Sherwood and Nate Lee. Our umpire is Brian Friends, and the back judge is Kyle Brown.
Jamie, you need to mention, too, the tight end for Chardon, Jacob Urchek. And we'll see a couple guys playing split end, including Dom Ricci, and he'll be the main split end. I'll leave it at that.
Ends up being a 12-yard penalty, so it's first down and 22. Clock running at 9:16. Dinko's in motion, high snap. Beninati's going to keep it, though. Through the line, he's hit hard by the linebacker. That was Cure, and he's got about 4 yards on the carry.
And Colin Cure, the senior, 5'11", 190. He plays bigger than that.
Talked about Dancy on the line. He's joined on the defensive line by Ryan Cousins. Actually, I'm sorry, Nick 52, Nick Hanna on the defensive line, as well as Sam Slezak. Again, 4 receivers in the game, so Hilltoppers trying to spread it out on second down and 18. Here's Dinko running, sacked in the backfield. That's Nick Hanna, the junior, 5'11", 215.
Hanna, good-looking player, read that play, knew what was coming, Jamie, and made a solid tackle in the backfield. And Chardon now facing a 3rd and long.
Evan Hornyak, number 33, into the game for Chardon. Empty backfield. Beninati with Cyrus in motion. He's going to throw it. Screen play. He's got a man, and it is dropped by Dinko. There was some room up in front, but it's a cold night, and Dinko not wearing any gloves.
Jamie, that's the play I've been calling for a couple of years now. If they can start hitting that consistently, that opens up the door for so many things. Good idea.
Mason Ziegenfuss, who is Ethan's brother, into the game as the punter. Mason is a sophomore. Bad snap. Mason still picks it up, and he's going to go down. Hit hard and brought down. And so the first big break today goes the way of the Bombers. Coach Mitch Hewitt very upset on the sidelines. And boy, you know, when you look at 2 evenly matched teams like this, oftentimes it's the one who makes the least amount of mistakes who can win the game.
Well, indeed it is, Jamie. And we saw Chardon do that a lot last week, make some mistakes. And first one tonight, but if their defense plays strong like they did that first series, it shouldn't be an issue here.
Gadula back from the gun, fakes it, wants to throw for the first time, and it's broken up. Good defense there by Andrew Pikus, number 38.
This gives us a chance to thank our funding communities, including those not funding this contest, for their year-round support. Funding communities include Burton Village, Chardon Township, the City of Chardon, Hamden Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township.
Second down and 10. The give is to Verbeck. Breaking tackles, running right side, and he gets to the 15-yard line, and it's a first down for the Bombers.
Counted about 5 broken tackles, and Jamie, deja vu all over again. It's what we saw against North, what we saw against Madison.
Again, no huddle. Gadula to the line from the gun. Fakes it, keeps it himself, and he gets ahead for maybe about 5 yards or 4, depending on the spot.
And dragged down, though, by Dustin Clute, the junior, 6'0", 210, who's playing defensive line in this game.
Second down, right back at it. The give to number 39. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down. That's Ben DeFranco.
Yeah, DeFranco had no chance on that. The Hilltoppers linebackers knew what was coming and put themselves in a great position to make that play.
Third down and 6. Blitz coming. Gadula wants to throw it. Complete. Inside the 5, close to the goal line. He's down at the 1.
Huge, huge completion for Kenston. Bombers just found a little zone there on the far side of the field. Big first down.
Christian Casaro caught that pass. So here it is, 1st and goal. The give, right side, and it is a touchdown for the Bombers. That's Verbeck. So, the fumble on the punt hurt Chardon. And Toft is in for the extra point, trying to tie it with 6:36 left in the first quarter. And he does. Good rush by the Hilltoppers.
Boy, nearly kicked that one over the bleachers.
Got some pretty good kickers here tonight. You look at these two offenses here early on. Kenston's going to run as many plays as they can and get the ball into Gadula's hands each and every time. Hilltoppers would prefer, I think, Matt, to keep Gadula off the field. And so we're going to see them take a different kind of approach on offense.
Well, and for Chardon, you were up 7-0, and you gave it just right back to him. You hate to see that, Jamie. The way that this Hilltopper team has played, boy, you can get up by 2-3 touchdowns, take pressure off the defense, but now the pressure and the focus right back on the defense.
Homecoming night at Memorial Field. We talked about earlier in the season, the Hilltoppers played 4 of their first 5 games on the road, and so now they'll play 4 of their last 5 at home. That's good news. The bad news is that today it really feels like the beginning of winter, as Dinko has trouble picking it up. Now he's got it, and he gets to about the 30-yard line. I mean, it's cold. It's hats, gloves, coats.
I saw a individual in the stadium walking around full Carhartt coveralls on and everything.
Oh, we know our cameraman Chris Graw's got the Carhartts on upstairs. You know, the other thing about Chardon too, there's virtually no room in the press box, so we're sitting outside in the stands, and good for us. That way we can really experience what everyone else is. Beninati is going to hand it off for a 2-yard gain on first down. That was Christian Ross.
But, you know, Jamie, we were talking about this prior to the game and us going on the air. I cannot remember a team having 2 worst weather conditions for their first 2 games of the year. The game against East Tech and Monsoon.
Wow.
This one is cold for this time of the year. 10 degrees, 12 degrees below normal easily.
Kenston shuffling on defense. Dinko is in motion. He gives it, Beninati gives it straight ahead to, that is, again, Ross, who picks up a few more. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 coming. Chardon on their own 35-yard line. Yeah, totally different weather patterns, too. It was so wet against East Tech.
Well, that means later on in the year we'll be wearing shorts, right, in week 9 and 10?
Right. 3rd down, Beninati under center. Man in motion, gives straight ahead, Ross churning, and he has a first down. Great second effort. He gets 1 yard past the marker.
What an effort by Christian Ross. Just kept his feet going. Ross entered this game averaging about 6.4 yards per carry, Jamie. Had 3 touchdowns on the year, and that was a tremendous run, a run that the Toppers needed to get that first down and keep the chains and the clock moving.
And they do. Traditional wing tee for Chardon. Ziegenfuss is in motion. Beninati fakes it, keeps it, goes out of bounds here near side. The clock will continue to run.
Yeah, once again.
And he's got
Colin
maybe
Cure.
a yard and a half or 2.
Boy, Colin Cure, he's just everywhere. He's impressing me so far.
Mitch Hewitt is fired up tonight, Matt. You know, this game means
It's
a lot to him.
homecoming, come
Let me
on.
tell you, this game means a lot to him. Kenston. I think a lot of Chardon coaches and fans sometimes feel like Kenston gets more attention in the local media. 2nd down and 8. Beninati Fakes it. He's going to keep it. Reverses field, and look at how slippery the junior is. He's got a first down into Bombers territory.
Great field vision by Bettinati, Jamie. He made a tremendous cut after getting through the defensive line, came a little bit near side, and smart decision, hung on to the football, keeps the Hilltoppers in prime field position, gives them a first down. Second time tonight that a Bettinati run has crossed, or has put the Hilltoppers across midfield.
4:20 and counting, third drive for the Hilltoppers of the first quarter. Dinko bellies out, there's the fake, and the give to Pikus. He goes straight ahead, and he's got good positive yards. We'll give him about 6 on that play, so second down coming.
Yeah, Pikus is willing his way forward. And a second and short for the Hilltoppers. And that's the kind of situation, Jamie, that you want to see if you're Chardon. You want to see these second and shorts, these third and shorts.
Quick snap. Ross is the ball carrier, running in between the tackles, and he's got another first down. He gets about 5 yards. So Hilltoppers showing that they can run the football. And you're absolutely right, Matt. The key to this Chardon offense is staying in those manageable situations. What happened in that second drive? The holding penalty completely changed the way that they could call plays and changed the way that they could be defended. And we saw what happened. First down, and here we again see 4 wide receivers. Bettinati from the gun. Ross is to his left. He's gonna keep it, but we have a penalty flag, and we have a illegal procedure against Chardon.
Boy, illegal procedure, penalty calls. That has been one of the Hilltoppers' downfalls too this year, Jamie, is just a bit undisciplined and getting some untimely and unnecessary penalties.
Dylan Hemley, number 12, is in for Chardon. He comes out, split out here on the near side. First down, 15, and there it is again. 2 guys that time jump. Dinko wanted to start just a little bit, and the lineman jumped offside, so back they go, Matt, and that's as good. 2 illegal procedures is as good as 1 holding.
Yeah, why not?
Or as bad if you're a Hilltopper fan. Lots of Chardon fans here tonight.
Jamie, it's not loud. Everyone, there's plenty. These guys should be able to hear the count. You know, it's what we talked about in weeks 1 and 2. You have to stay focused. I mean, come on, 2:30 left to go.
Clock is running. They almost jumped again. Bettinati fakes it. He keeps it here near side. He's got some blocks. Stays in bounds, and he only gets a few. Not even back to the original line of scrimmage. So second down and long coming.
You know, and in these situations, that's really what Chardon has to do. You have to just get some small manageable yards here, some small manageable yards there, and hope maybe that at some point you can bust out a long run before it's 4th down.
Second, and we'll call it 15, under 2 minutes. First quarter, Ross is in motion. Bettinati fakes the give, keeps it between the tackles, and now he's back to that original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Well, and you got to think, Jamie, that Chardon is in 4-down territory. So
yeah, no doubt about that.
Yeah,
This Chardon coaching staff is at its best when it stays aggressive.
So you have to gain positive yards on this play. It's imperative.
Dylan Hemley. There's the give. It's the Pikus. He will not have it. Gets a couple. Clock runs. Chardon on their own 35-yard line. And so now it's a decision because it's 4th down and 8.
Now, I don't think it's a decision at all at this point. Just a matter of what play are you going to use. With the wind, you know it's not conducive right now to throw or to punt or even pooch punt.
4th down and 8. 3 wide receivers in the game for Chardon. Bettinati under center. He's going to throw it. Rolling. He's got a man. He's open. Dinko's wide open. 5. Touchdown!
Joey Dinko came out of his little halfback or wingback position, just ran a little curl right there, was wide open. And Chardon retakes the lead 13-7. Jamie, great throw by Tommy Beninati.
Great play call. Dinko makes up for the drop last drive. And don't forget, Joey Dinko was and is still a quarterback on this team. So very much involved in the offense, and Chardon strikes again with 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So a very important answer for the Hilltoppers, and this is really shaping up to be a high-scoring football game today.
Well, in a way, it shouldn't be a surprise. When you look at what Kenston has done the last few games, they gave up 43 to Riverside, 42 against Mayfield. The numbers scream, hey, we're going to be giving up a lot of points. On the other side of things, Chardon gave up 39 against North and then 28 last week against Madison. Two more potent offenses.
Don't forget, you can follow GTV on Twitter at GTV Replays. And if you go to our website, geaugatv.org, you can sign up for our email service. It's a great way to keep in tune with what's going on. Replay dates and times right in your inbox each and every week. Just visit geaugatv.org. Well, Chardon doesn't throw it very much, Matt, but we've seen a couple of passing plays today that could open things up a little bit.
Yeah, and I love the creativity from Don Novatzik. When you look at Beninati's numbers, 4 of 8 on the year, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. So he's slowly getting his numbers up a little bit.
Penalty flag, way offside.
Jeez.
And it will come back. That one was right in front of the referee.
4th penalty of this game, Jamie, for the Hilltoppers, and we're still in the first quarter. Boy.
They've got 4 penalties, and they also botched the punt. But good news is they lead 14-7, and we are at Homecoming Memorial Field. Congratulations to Cassidy King, who was crowned Homecoming Queen before the game.
Yeah, she had some tough competition from Sydney Cam, Mary Weaver, Phoebe Davis, and Natalie Bukovic, but in the end it was Cassidy King.
We saw Cassidy King here on GTV a few weeks ago. You remember, Matt, she played midfield for the Chardon soccer team, and really a very outstanding soccer player, and she will continue to, we're going to see her during the basketball season as well. So great job, Cassidy.
And we'll talk more about the King and who that may be.
Right.
That'll be figured out tomorrow night at the dance.
Very short little kick into the air this time by Ziegenfuss, almost bobbled. And turning on the speed burst for Kenston is number 15, Ryan Cousins. Boy, he found a lane, and you could really see him shift into another gear.
It was a good thing Joe Seifus was kind of hanging back a little bit. He made the open field tackle, bring him down, but Kenston, second time this quarter that they've started off in Hilltopper territory.
Short field to work with for Parker Gadula, who's got 3 wide receivers in the game and a tailback to his left and right. He gives it to the left side and stopped at the line of scrimmage. Is number 31, that's Ben DeFranco.
Lamagua, one of the guys in there. Going to be the last play, Jamie, of this first quarter. It might not even go off.
If they want to snap it, I don't know that they do.
They're not.
They will not. So we have played 15 minutes here at Memorial Field, and it is 14-7 Chardon. We'll go ahead, take a quick break, and be back with the second quarter on GTV. Second down, 11. Parker Gadula is brought down in the backfield. A sack for Chardon and a very big play by number 42, Lucas Lundblad.
Yeah, Ryder Davis in there as well, Jamie. And that's what you'd like to see, the linebackers getting active. You know, Mitch, a former linebacker himself, he has his defense set up to where his linebackers can make some plays.
Third down and 20.
Huge loss.
Always surprised to see Kenston comes right back out. Gadula is pressured and he's sacked again, this time from the outside. And that was Joe Sivas who came on the blitz.
Joe Sivas, what a great job coming in from Gadula's left. Sivas on the year leads the team with 56 total tackles. Make it 57 now.
You know, teams that run that hurry up, Chardon is having a hard time getting their special teams unit on the field. That's bad news. It's fourth and what they'll call 30. It's always difficult to try to figure that one out. Back is Toft, and he's going to get away a decent kick. It will hit and take a Kenston roll, and so nice job by Toft to mitigate some of the damage, and Chardon will start at their own 31-yard line.
Well, Jesse Smith was right in the area of that ball. I'm surprised no one yelled fire or something to get him out of the way.
I'm sure somebody did.
Well, he was awful close to the football.
We've seen tonight, it's a little hard to hear, I think, for some of the guys out in the field, and I think the wind has something to do with that.
Well, if you're Chardon right now, up by 7, early second quarter, you want to get a touchdown here and really put it to Kenston.
First down and 10 for this offense. A run, between the tackles to give us to Sivas, the fullback, and he's got about 4 yards on the carry.
Now, this is a situation where if Chardon can put up another touchdown or two and really force the Bombers to throw the football, Jamie, the game is going to be a much better position for the Hilltopper defense.
Dom Ricci, number 36, is in at split end. Chardon under center. Beninati fakes the give, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on second down.
A lot of Bombers in there.
A host of Bombers.
Host of Bombers. Wouldn't it be a squadron of Bombers?
Probably. That's
if you're being historically
Why didn't
accurate.
you tell Al Herner, our PA announcer, that before the game? We talked with Al.
I didn't realize he wasn't going to use squadron.
Voice of the Hilltoppers. Third down and 4. Fakes one way.
Scissor play.
Yep, but he's down. Dinko will not pick up the first down. In fact, he'll lose a yard.
First time now we're going to see the Hilltoppers punting into the wind. And this is going to be a situation where maybe Ziegenfuss, just a low line drive kick, hope to get a bounce and get a nice roll.
Back deep for Kenston is Mikey Thigpen, number 31, defensive back. Ziegenfuss. Good kick. And it hits, takes a Chardon roll. Thigpen is going to field it, but he's dropped immediately. Matt, you were right. Great job by Mason to pin the Bombers on their own 26.
Well, and you have to credit the guys who got down there first. Nate Thompson, one of the toppers in there, and Dylan Henley as well. When you have the gunners who can get down there and really limit where the return man's going, you help out the rest of your team and you pin your opponent deep.
This Kenston offense has scored 1 touchdown tonight, but last drive they went the wrong way. Gadula is going to run it up the middle, and a loss on the play. Great job by that Chardon defensive line.
No, and that's what you want to see.
Take a look at this Kenston offense. Their leading rusher, and still one of the top rushers in Geauga County, James Thigpen, is out with a stress fracture. He may return in weeks 8 and 9. Second down, Gadula wants to throw it over the middle, and it's complete. Tackled, though, immediately. The catch was to Matt Fecco, number 13.
Lamagua right there to make the tackle.
They lost Thigpen, and now it's third down and 4. Easily the best running back on the team. Oh, and we jumped.
Ryder Davis.
Right over the football. Davis puts his hand.
Going to be a first down for
center.
the Bombers.
Another mistake.
Jamie, while this is going on, we mentioned briefly the King and his potential, or the King's Court, and it's made up of Andrew Deal, Andrew Drake, Oliver Lasota, Dominic Ferrante, and Weston Zale.
Gadula's going to throw. He's got time this time. Now he tucks it, tries to get back to the line. Breaking tackles. He's got just a few yards to the far side of the field. So we talked about Gadula being a guy who can do both. He's really not. I mean, his sophomore and junior year, this is a guy who threw it 30 times a game. But because of the injury to Thigpen, Parker Gadula has taken a lot of the load of the offense on his shoulders, as this is now DeFranco carrying it.
Going nowhere.
At the line, he's dropped, so it's third down. And Coach Jeff Grubich actually knows that. You look at the loss against Riverside 2 weeks ago, Gadula was in a back and forth with the Beavers quarterback. Here's 3rd and 9.
And that's
trips formation here to the near side. Parker's going to throw it, and it's dropped through the hands of number 10. That's the freshman, talented young freshman, Branson Stanley, but he was hit. Don't think he would have had the first down anyway.
No, but getting back to that Riverside game, Jamie, you know, when you just look at the talent between the two quarterbacks, Gadula, hands down, is the better gunslinger than what's his name, Fitzpatrick or Fitzgerald. We'll be seeing him in a few weeks here on GTV. But when you don't have any help, it's tough to make plays.
Back again is Toft. This young man, the sophomore, has kicked the ball well today. Look at that. Spiral. Fair catch is made by Andrew Pikus.
And, folks, that is not an easy catch to make. That ball moving up there in the wind. Pikus, a good job to adjust. Made the sure-handed catch. Smart decision by Pikus. You give your team a chance now. You don't turn the ball over. They're not pinned back deep. You have the ball 1st and 10 on the 27.
Homecoming night at Memorial Field. The Hilltoppers on top 14-7 with 6:58 before halftime. Tommy Beninati's the quarterback from the gun. Quick step, drop, and now he's going to keep it up the middle, and you see how strong Tommy is, taking on a linebacker and winning before he's dropped after a gain of about 4.
Yeah, Colin Cure right there again to make the tackle. But for the Hilltoppers, a great gain, Jamie. You pick up half the distance to the first down marker. And for Chardon, you know, you're doing these good things and the offense is moving. We didn't see this last week against Madison.
2nd down and 5. Beninati running this offense, traditional wing T. Here comes a man in motion. Give straight ahead, Sivas churning. Getting positive yards, very close to the first down, and I think he's got it.
It's homecoming. You got to give it to the kid. Everybody's here.
Yes, it is. First down. Move the chains. Great officiating crew today.
They're not bad.
Under 6 minutes now. Beninati again from the gun. Ross is in motion. Beninati wants to throw it. There's that screen. Too high over the head of Pikus, his intended target.
Yeah, he had Pikus going on the far side. He also had Christian Ross, who came out near side down the sidelines.
So, 2nd down for Chardon.
You know, the Hilltopper offensive line, we didn't see it last week, but this is what we saw more against North. They're having a great first push when the ball snapped.
Beninati from the gun, fakes the Pikus, keeps it himself through the middle. He caught a burst there, and he gets about 8 yards on 2nd down.
Well, great job by the O-line that time. Opened up a couple wide gaps that even you and I could have ran through.
When? Not today.
Yeah, that was a big enough hole.
3rd down and 2. Great position for the Chardon offense. Quick snap. Dinko is hit and dropped. He doesn't have it. That's Matt Shell, the linebacker, the senior. He actually might have lost a half yard. Decision time. And
they're going for it.
Wow. In their own territory on the 47-yard line.
Woo. You don't see this too often, them going at this stage of the game. No, I almost wonder if this may be a pooch punt here.
By Beninati?
Maybe.
He's under center.
No,
they're going
it's
for
not
it.
going to happen.
Wing T, everyone on the screen. Dinko in motion. Beninati gives it. Civas, 1st down and much more. Joe Civas goes ahead for about 10 yards. And boy, there's the gambler. Mitch Hewitt and his coaching staff decide, let's give it a go. And it works. How frustrating is that for Kenston?
I can't imagine, Jamie. Hey, you think Mitch just kind of, like, before these games when he's making these decisions, just kind of sings the Kenny Rogers song, you got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him?
I thought he looked down. He looked down at one of his coaches, maybe Chad Morawski, and he said, let's go ahead and give it a go. Beninati's going to throw it deep down the wide open is Urchek, and he's got it inside the Bombers' 20.
I believe that is Urchek's 2nd catch of the year. He had one for 15 much earlier in the season.
He was wide open, and it was a great throw. And there you see what happens when your offense, who doesn't throw it a lot, can throw it every now and again.
Was that the 4th or 5th throw tonight? We're in the first half. I mean, this is huge for the Hilltoppers offense.
Clock is running. Under 4 minutes to go. Hilltoppers in the red zone. Wearing those black uniforms. Beninati fakes it, running. Left side flag does come in. It was a great run of about 15 yards, but the flag is not in a good spot.
Nope, this one's coming back. On the flip side, though, Jamie, we're really seeing the Hilltopper offense come into its own tonight.
That's another penalty, though, Matt.
Holding.
Another penalty.
5 or 6 now. I'm losing track.
Very, very costly. That probably pushes you out of field goal range with this win. So now, ball on the Kenston 25-yard line.
To be fair, though, Jamie, tonight maybe even a 25-yard field goal is going to be iffy just with this win.
Depending on the direction. 1st and long, Civas up the middle, and he gets a good gain of 10 or so. That'd make it 8 on the play, but that's a good way to get a chunk of those penalty yards back.
Well, we saw Joe Civas kind of find his way and just keep searching for something on that 4th down. He made a big gain, and that time again, Joe Civas gets the football and is able to just pick up some real estate.
If I'm Chardon here, I want to use the clock. Don't give Kenston another opportunity. Beninati fakes it. Now he keeps it. He can go nowhere. He loses yards on the play, about 2.
Romeo Terry was the first guy back there, number 11, and he got a hand and just would not let the Chardon QB go anywhere.
Shell, Terry, and Cure, the Kenston linebackers, and the Bombers are going to take a timeout with 2:45 left here in the 2nd quarter. Matt, you've got some school district announcements for us.
That is right. Of course, the GLYFL Very Scary Cheer Challenge is coming up on Saturday, October 10th it's just coming up Saturday, October 10th. Don't forget the fall choir concert is Wednesday, October 14th, and the first quarter ends October 15th.
Wait, I thought we were in the 2nd quarter.
I don't. School year, my friend, school year. That's a bad joke that I would make. And then one of my favorite days of the year, NEOEA EIEIEIO Day, is on the 16th, no school that day.
You still get that day off, don't you? You still take that day off?
I don't show up at work regardless.
Matt Jaworski doesn't go to work on NEOEA Day. 3rd down and 12 is coming as we're back in action. The Kenston took that
Hey, I'm not
timeout.
married to a teacher. Sorry, Jim.
Beninati under center. Urchek, the tight end, is split out here to the near side. Pike is in motion. Beninati's going to throw it. Has time. Pass is complete. He is in bounds. He is short of the first down, but he did get about 7, Matt. And
there's
now,
a late flag, Jamie, that's out near the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. Yellow flag on the field. Let's wait and see where it goes.
It's in a weird spot, too.
They're talking to Chardon. No, now it looks like they're pointing at Chardon. Offensive pass interference. That might be the worst penalty you could get in high school football. Comes with all kinds of penalties on that one.
That negates a nice play by the Toppers. And once again, Chardon backed up again because of the penalties.
Very frustrating, and those Chardon crazies were really hoping to see a touchdown come right at them. And so the ball is going to get moved back. I mean, look at this.
15.
Look at this penalty. I mean, this is the most insane penalty in high school football.
It should be 15. Okay, yeah, 15
from the
yard
previous
penalty
spot.
From the previous spot, yep.
They will replay third down, but now it's third down and 28. I mean, gosh, frustrating.
Yeah, it took me a minute there to do the math to figure out exactly where it was, but Cheney.
Ridiculous. Evan Horniak is in the game for Chardon. And
unless you're Menor or maybe Mayfield, I mean, having a 28-yard play in your book is out of the question for most schools.
Beninati's from the gun. He's going to keep it right up the middle. Tommy's still on his feet, still going. 25, inside the 25 to the 23. Well shy. He's looking at a 41-yard field goal against the wind. Or Chardon will have a fourth down and, boy, 17 or so. Let's see.
Now, there's no question, Jamie, that you have to go for it here. With the way that this wind is, and it's a swirling wind, it's playing a lot of tricks. It's blustery at times. You don't want to put Ziegenfuss in a position where he's just going to, you don't want to set him up to fail.
Fourth down and long. Scoreboard says 4th and 15. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Don't forget, we'll have the bands for you here on GTV, the Chardon band. Beninati's going to heave it into the end zone, and it might be intercepted. It is intercepted.
Well, Beninati's second pick of the year, and really almost a Hail Mary there, Jamie. Throw it up, see what happens.
That actually benefited Chardon by 4 yards because it is the touchback. Was that Thigpen? Mikey Thigpen?
Yeah, tough to see from our angle here.
Well, it takes it to the 20. So, again, Thigpen wants to get that interception. It was an impressive one. And so Kenston will come out with 2 timeouts, and they need 80 yards to get to the end zone. 1:47 to go. This is a hurry-up offense, though, capable of big plays. Gadula rolling, far side, incomplete, again through
Late
the hands.
flag. And the flag comes out, and the Chardon fans just groan. Now, Parker.
Ineligible man downfield against Kenston, so.
Now, Jamie, Parker Gadula in the offseason, a lot of talk about him being looked at by Ivy League schools. Has he officially made a decision yet on where he's going?
I don't believe that Parker has. The thing with the Ivy Leagues in particular is they like to wait till the end of the year before they make their decisions. But Parker will be playing somewhere. There's no doubt about that. Here he goes on 1st down and 15. He completes it to the far side of the field to Fecco, who gets back to the original line, 5-yard gain.
Hilltoppers will take that play, Jamie, keeps the clock running. It's not a first down, and you're forcing the Bombers to make another play now.
Kenston graduated a ton of strong receivers in the offseason as well. So this group of receivers that we've seen tonight are very, very green. 2nd down and 10. Gadula's going to run it. He's got nowhere to go, and he's brought down. Ryder Davis again is there. And, boy, is that a finishing finishing move there by Ryder?
It kind of looked like it, but actually, that play was made possible because of Jacob Urchek. Urchek just was on the defensive line, just kept moving to his right, kept stringing the play out to the sideline here and allowed his teammates to come up and make the play. It's something that goes unnoticed a lot of times.
Kenston now wants the clock to run. Chardon has the timeouts, but this is interesting that they're not going to take the timeouts either. So,
well, you know what, Jamie? If they were on the other side of the field going into the win, I think you take it.
Now Kenston takes a timeout when the play clock gets down to 1. So 25 seconds left. Well, I guess, you know, that play started, Matt, with 50 seconds. If you take a timeout and then you hold and then you force Kenston to punt it and the wind is still swirling, I don't know. But I think you're probably really happy right now, especially with the penalties, to go into halftime.
Considering the way Chardon has played their last 2 games, to hold the Kenston Bombers to just 7 points with 25 seconds left to go before halftime is a huge win. We've seen some better play. It's not been great, but it's been a lot better play on the defensive side tonight from Chardon.
Third down and 12 coming for this Kenston offense with 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. We'll have the marching band for you at halftime and then be back with the second half. Gadula, he's just going to keep it right up the middle. He's brought down. Now you take a timeout, I would think. And yes, timeout. Chardon with 17 seconds left, and you force Kenston now to punt the football deep in their own territory.
Boy, if I'm the Hilltoppers, I bring the house this time. Go for the block.
Yeah. I don't see why not. Cheerleaders are getting ready. They're getting in position now for the Hilltoppers. And there you see the huddle for Chardon. Boy, I just have to mention it again. Mitch Hewitt has just got a little hop in his step tonight. And you know, he might be a little chilly on the sidelines as well, but he is really, really fired up, and his Hilltoppers right now leading 14-7.
Well, Mitch and his boys, they know what this game means tonight. This is against, arguably, their big. I mean, kind of tough to
Riverside.
say. Well, I was going to say Geauga County. You know, it's either West G or Kenston. But
yeah, both very big. And this rivalry is only going to grow. On fourth down, Kenston has the offense out on the field.
Well, they're forcing the Hilltoppers to burn another timeout, and I think that was just more strategic by the Bombers.
Chess match. Give Kenston's coaching staff some credit. They just ran the offense right out on the field, and Chardon came out in the punt return, and they had to burn another timeout.
No, I can't blame Chardon. I mean, you have to be prepared. If Gadula saw something, started that play, that could have been a touchdown. You do not want that with 17 seconds to go before halftime. Jamie, good time to remind everyone, Hall of Fame night is Friday, October 16th. And before the game on the 16th, both the Chardon High School Alumni Hall of Fame and the Chardon Athletic Hall of Fame will induct new members. So, folks, be sure to come out early because I believe it's the next home game, October 16th.
Gadula back out on the field. So Kenston sticks with the offense on 4th and 10. I don't understand this from the Bombers' perspective at all. Makes zero sense if they do decide to go for it.
Might be a pooch punt here.
They have one timeout left, and that's exactly what they're going to do. And left foots it is Gadula. Nobody back, of course, to receive. And boy, nice job by Kenston. Great coaching, great chess play, and they just straight up. The coaches just straight up pinned Chardon way back, and that could have been much worse. Now with 7 seconds left, I expect Chardon to take a knee, Matt, and take that lead into halftime.
I agree, Jamie. Hey, you're up 7, go into halftime at 7, and then whatever the second half brings, the second half brings.
As they say. Coaches coming out of the box and on their way to the locker room. Chardon is in an offense. Beninati from the gun. He's going to keep it up the middle. Lots of room. Tommy Beninati still on his feet, padding his stats right now. And that is the final play of the second quarter. So the Hilltoppers leading 14-7 on homecoming in this rivalry. We will pause marching band at halftime, and then we'll be back. Don't go anywhere on GTV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the 2015 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. We'd like to thank senior Ashley Lienfelder for designing tonight's field entrance. The Hilltoppers are being led onto the field by senior drum major Dominic Ferrante. The band is proud of Dominic for all of his work on student council and would like to wish him good luck as a member of this year's homecoming court. Dominic Ferrante, is your band ready? From the rock band Skillet, here is Monster. Our next tune was written by Louis Prima, made famous by Benny Goodman, and includes a drum solo by legendary drummer Gene Krupa. Featuring our drumline and topperettes with captains Catherine Fairbanks and Hannah Atkins, here is Sing, Sing, Sing. To conclude our show, we now play a tune by Fall Out Boy. Parents, you'll remember this theme for the 1960s TV classic, The Munsters. Featuring our majorettes with Captain Ellie Large, here is Uma Thurman. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Chardon High School fight song.
And so we're back here at Memorial Field, Jamie Ward, and we're joined with a very special guest right now at halftime, Jim Tierney, the president of the Gridiron Club here in Chardon.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Jim, I know you like what you've seen here in the first half, on the scoreboard at the very least. It's good to have the upper hand. But the Gridiron Club is such an important part of what Chardon does on the football field. And so just tell us, for those who maybe don't know exactly what you guys do, what you do.
Sure, I'd love to do that. The Gridiron Club is in its 5th season. We started when Coach Hewitt started here. Coach Hewitt knew that a strong football program needed a strong community behind it, and the Gridiron Club is a part of that community.
Yeah, so I know one of the things you guys do is you raise money, right, for the team so that they can maybe purchase some things that are outside of the athletic budget. What are some of the things that you guys are responsible for there?
Absolutely. Yeah, what we do is we provide funding and support for equipment and programs and events that might not be in the budget. We know that the school district is always trying to do more with less, and they're focused on providing our kids with a great education and facilities. The boosters do an amazing job. They support 54 different teams and programs through the middle school and the high school, and we try to fill in some of those spots where there might be funding needed or other programs or events that the coaches want to do for the team.
Yeah, what kinds of, I know you've got events and fundraisers coming up. What would you like to tell our viewers about?
We have 4 major ways that we raise our money. The first is our mulch program that we do every year in the spring, and we use that to fund our pay-to-play for the boys. They come out and they spend a day working, and this year we spent about $9,000 to offset pay-to-play expenses for the kids. We do our lift-a-thon, and about 50% or more of that money goes back to the boys in the form of gear, hoodies, sweatshirts, shorts, and then we do our golf outing, which happens in the summer. And the last way we raise money is through people joining the club, new memberships.
Yeah. I know you also had something to do. Chardon improved its technology in the offseason,
right? That was one of the programs we did this year. We got the sideline technology. We also got the boys the white pants, the away pants that they wanted, and we do the huddle subscription, and we help out with team dinners and cookouts and other events like that for the boys.
Yeah, so a lot of great things and very important things for this football team. And so if someone has questions or they want to know how to get involved, what should they do?
Very easy. Just give myself a call, or Sean Swick, or any other member of the Gridiron Club. There's Rick Mizek and Larry Gaspar.
Do you guys have a website?
Oh, there is a website,
okay.
and I know Dave has a lot of stuff running on GTV.
Okay.
So it's out there, our program's out there, and we'd love to have anybody that's interested in Chardon football that wants to join and be a member. Love to have you, dads, moms, and whoever's interested.
Yeah, okay. Well,
great.
Gridiron Club, very important part of what Chardon does on the field, and when you're here at homecoming and you see all of these fans, it must make it all worth it for you.
Oh, it's great. This is a tremendous community, and football is such an important part of it, and I'm just glad to be part of it.
Your son is on the varsity team.
He is playing out there. Yep, he is.
Jamie does a great job for the team. Well, we'll go ahead and pause. Thank you, Jim.
Thank
and when
you
we
so
come
much.
back, the Hilltoppers will start the second half against Kenston on GTV.
Thank you, Jim.
And so now we're back out on the field. Jamie Ward, Matt Jaworski with you. It's homecoming night here at Memorial Field. Thanks for joining us. It is very cold and very windy and very, this isn't even fall-like, Matt. This is much more like end of fall.
Week number 9.
This is end of fall turning to winter type weather, but here we are, and if you're at home, you probably have started your heating arrangements for this weekend. And the Hilltoppers leading 14-7 right now. They will kick off to Kenston to start this second half, and the Bombers are going to go against the wind to start. Look at that, 51 degrees according to our smartphones. So ready to go. Here's Ethan Ziegenfuss, a great kick into the air, and it is fielded right at the 1-yard line, and bringing it out is Mikey Thigpen. Breaks one tackle, but he's wrapped up and brought down by Joe Dinko at the 22-yard line. Well, the Bombers, Matt, came out in that first half. We saw that offense that we expected to see, the no huddle. What we didn't see, though, were a lot of big plays. And we also didn't see Parker Gadula have much time to throw the football. And that's good news for Chardon.
Very good news. And Kyle McCaffrey, 6 tackles, 2 tackles for losses in the first half.
First down, pass complete to Christian Cassara. Makes the catch. And it is good for about 8 yards. So Cassaro gets into the game. That's going to be big for the Bombers. Will these wide receivers step up and play well? The ball carrier is actually the wide receiver, Branson Stanley, on a wide receiver end around. And Stanley does not get any positive yards, so now it'll be 3rd down and short.
First time we've even called his name tonight.
He's a freshman. Here we go. Big play early on. 3 wide receivers here on the near side. And the give is straight ahead. That is Verbeck, who does have the touchdown today, and he got the first down. Just did get over that line.
Just enough, Jamie, to get himself in that spot for the first down. But
no time to talk. The Bombers are moving, and they do this every single play. Gudula looks right. Now he has to turn back, go to the other side. He's got some room to run toward the sidelines, goes out of bounds. And a nice job there by Parker, looking one way, going through his progression and getting some positive yards. He got about 2.
You know, it's interesting. Tonight we're seeing 2 different variations of running from the quarterbacks. Beninati, who's more...
Yeah. Give is up again. That is Verbeck. He gets stopped short after maybe another yard. So third down coming.
Yeah, not much going there, and Lamagua again in to make the tackle.
I think what you meant to Beninati much more north and south.
Well, but it's what he normally does.
Yeah.
Beninati's a runner.
3rd and 6. Gudula wants to air it out. Again, nobody to throw to. Has to keep it. Can he get to the corner? He does. 40 down to the 35. And I think he will have the first down. But 45, sorry.
Gudula, it's more when he runs when he has to. And he doesn't have the burst of speed that Beninati does. Nice job, though, there by Gudula that time, recognizing no one was open. Tuck it and run.
Yeah, Chardon needs to have a pass rush today. Playing one of the ends is Lundblad, as we've mentioned, and straight ahead is, again, that is 21, Brad Verbeck, again, who gets about 7 yards on that play.
Urchek tripped him up from behind to make that tackle.
Chardon defense made some big plays in that first half as well. It's right back to Verbeck, and he gets a couple. So third down and short.
Well, Jamie, the Hilltoppers coaches have to be a little bit concerned here. Bombers came out and made some adjustments at halftime, and right now they're moving the football as best as they have all night long.
Gudula will keep it himself, and he has the first down. I think, yes, he does, across the 45 to the 44.
Nice little play call. You just needed a little bit, and he barely got a little bit, but just enough.
Chardon was aggressive defensively, especially in that second quarter with the blitz. We haven't seen that yet. They drop back again. Gudula over the middle. He's got his man. It's caught. Nice job there by Branson Stanley. The freshman gets 17 on the play.
Yeah, 5'11", 145. He actually matches up pretty well physically with Christian Ross, who was covering him.
Back at it. Again, Verbeck this time back to the line of scrimmage. So clock running, opening drive of the third quarter. Hilltoppers on top, 14-7, 9 minutes to go. 3 wide receivers here on the near side of the formation. Gudula takes the snap. Now he's going to run it again. Good coverage downfield, but Gudula breaking tackles is in.
27 yards out. No
touchdown.
flags.
Parker Gudula gets the touchdown, and that gives Kenston an opening drive. Boy, so tough for Chardon, Matt, in the sense that they've got great coverage downfield. They're not letting Parker throw the ball, which is his strength, and yet they're still getting beat on the second effort by the quarterback.
Well, they certainly were that time, and now a chance to tie this game back up.
In for the extra point is Ryan Toft. We've seen great things out of Toft, both in kicking and punting. Good rush again. This one is no good. Wide left.
Third week in a row that the Chardon special teams has forced a missed PAT. And boy, this could come back huge to haunt Kenston.
With 8:46 to go here in the third quarter, Chardon maintains that 1-point lead. But if we know anything about this Kenston offense, Hilltoppers are going to need to score again.
Well, they certainly will. When you look at this game a little bit further, Jamie, you know, it's just getting started now, 14-13. Hey, once again, I want to thank our funding communities, including those not bringing us this broadcast, for their year-round support. And our funding communities include Burton Village, Chardon Township, the City of Chardon, Hamden Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township. As always, thank you so much for your support of us here on GTV. Good to see everybody here at homecoming night. A lot of familiar faces in the crowd, kids that we used to cover and have covered over years past.
What a great performance by that Chardon High School marching band at halftime. So creative, but the running onto the field and some dance moves as well.
Well, if you're the Hilltoppers, Jamie, you're getting the ball back and you need to respond on this drive to Kenston.
You know, one of the things Chardon did is they committed a lot of penalties, and that really hurt them. Will they come out more focused and more disciplined? We will see. Low kick hits the ground. Dinko picks it up at the 15, across the 25, 30, and he is tripped up at the 32-yard line.
Boy, Dinko had built up such a great head of steam, and if it was just for Romeo Terry, he might have been to midfield in a hurry.
Dinko had one of the 2 Chardon touchdowns in that first half on a pass play, and Joe Sivas scored that first one. And remember, that was on that opening drive. 3 plays, Sivas up the middle for 1 yard, set up by the Beninati runs. And so Andrew Pikus comes into the game for Chardon, and he will play the running back position. In motion, the give straight ahead. There's Sivas, the fullback, and he gets about 3 yards on the play.
I like when Sivas runs the football, Jamie. He's a guy that you can just give him the ball. He's going to lower his shoulders and just move forward. He just has a knack for getting tough yardage. Kind of like his brother.
Well, Ben was more of a pure fullback, and Joe, remember, Joe's still just a junior. And
but that same toughness, though.
Yeah, and he's only going to get bigger, and he's a big part of the defense. Second down, the give straight ahead. That is, I think Dinko maybe has a yard. He's pushed back by that Bombers defensive line.
So far, Chardon having some issues against the Bombers D-line. They've come out these first 2 plays, and they have really controlled the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 5 is coming. Dylan Hemley is in the game. He's split out here. Traditional wing T formation behind Beninati, who's under center. Now Dinko is in motion, turns, gives to Pikus, running. First down, a spin, still on his feet. There is a flag.
Not liking where that flag is. Well, the homecoming crowd very unhappy with that call. Boy, that negates such a huge play in Jamie. Going to be 3rd and mission impossible for the Hilltoppers.
So frustrating for fans here tonight at this homecoming game. And so that negates a great run by Pikus. It's now 3rd down and we'll call it 14. Dinko is in motion. Beninati fakes, looking to throw. Now he's going to keep it, and he's going to get sacked. Maybe he gets a yard, but it will be 4th down. And again, penalty stalls the drive. Chardon has to punt.
Now, you hoped, I mean, this is week 6, that your team would stop making silly mistakes like that, Jamie, but just fundamental issues plaguing Chardon.
Punter's in. Off the side of his foot. Not a great kick, but not a horrible kick. It does go out of bounds. And so Kenston will start. Let's see. Right there. And in Chardon territory at the 48-yard line. Penalties are just absolutely decimating Chardon's momentum right now. And on a night like homecoming, momentum is a big part of the game.
Oh, huge, Jamie, just huge.
Well, here comes this Kenston offense. They went right down the field and scored 6 points on their first second half possession. Gadula from the gun. Man in motion. The give straight ahead to Verbeck. He is stopped at the line, maybe a yard.
Well, and Kenston just so deliberate. They get up, they get back to the line, and they go.
Every play. Again, man in motion. Gadula wants to throw down the sideline, off of the fingertips of Christian Casaro.
Yeah, Casaro had Ethan Ziegenfuss beat down the left side.
Not by
Ball
much,
just
though.
a bit overthrown.
Not by much. You know, you look at that play, and it took a perfect throw, and that perfect throw was a little bit too much. 3rd down and 9. Gadula's going to roll out, throwing toward the sideline, incomplete. It hit the turf.
Jesse Smith, great coverage. And,
Trying to go right back to Casaro on the other side of the field. So now what do they do on 4th down and 9?
Jamie, don't talk about Jesse Smith a lot, but he had that blocked field goal as time expired to beat North. Still learning how to play with that cast on his right hand.
They're going to go for it, Matt.
He's adjusting pretty well to that cast.
So they've got 3 wide receivers and a split end, and now out goes 39 DeFranco as a 4th option, and now they're going to pooch, I think, again. Penalty flag comes down. Gadula's kick is awful.
I believe it's going to be a formation call, a legal formation. Boy, if you're Chardon, maybe you just take that depending on where they spot this kick.
Let's see. I think you're right. Penalty does get declined. So, boy, where the line of scrimmage was.
I can't even tell where are they marking it off at? 40.
At the 40, right. So it's a punt of 6 yards. And that is good news for the Hilltoppers. So, Chardon catches a break. Let's see if the offense can come back out.
Well, you like to see them kind of gain that momentum that they lost to start this half.
Chardon is down a man. Number 8, Mitch Butala, was about to go out onto the field, or was that 9? I'm not sure, but here we go. Snap, Beninati running through the middle. He's got 7 yards.
It didn't matter. Spread him out and he runs up the gut.
It is Butala, number 8, who checks in. Chardon uses a whole, is it a host of split ends to call their plays?
Yeah.
What happens when you get a lot of Hilltoppers together? It's not a squadron.
No, a gang of Hilltoppers.
2nd down and 3. Very traditional wing T on your screen right now. Double tight end. Dinko in motion. Turns, gives, Cybus, 1st down. Goes ahead. Forward progress gets him 4 yards, which is what he needs. And Chardon is at midfield.
Yeah, Hilltoppers crossing midfield for the first time in this half. And it's what they need, Jamie. Crowd making a little bit of noise. And look at the sidelines. They're trying to get this crowd energized. The crowd hasn't had much to cheer about, really. The Hilltoppers' last score came with 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Been very quiet since then.
Clock is running at 5 minutes. Beninati fakes, keeps it, running right side, downhill. He's got 10, 11, 12 yards on the carry.
Kept going and maybe picked up even a little bit more after that. Wow. Tommy Beninati.
Really saw a burst of speed on that one.
And Jamie, you look at the Bombers' defensive line. They've got a couple of guys who have their hands on their hips, are kind of puffing in some big breaths of air there. Maybe the Hilltoppers' O-line starting to wear down the Bombers' D-line.
Beninati under center. Takes a snap, fakes it again. Same play, running right side. Forward progress gets him about 5 yards. Hilltoppers 1-point lead, 14-13 on the Kenston missed extra point. Well, it's early. We're not gonna speculate right now. Ball is on the 32-yard line. You know where I was going, though.
Yeah, after what Tim Willis did last week.
Again, wing T, very traditional. Cybus ball carrier, fullback between the tackles. He gets close, but he's at about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Now, you just get the feeling, Jamie, this place wants to erupt. The crazies want to get crazy. Have they parted the Red Sea yet, by the way?
I haven't seen it. I have not seen it
Rumor
yet.
has it Moses is in the house going to part the Red Sea. Maybe it'll be on one of the touchdowns.
Look for it. We will keep our eyes peeled. 3rd and longer after that spot. And the ball carrier, is that Cybus again? No, it's going to depend on the spot.
Now, regardless, it's a go for it here.
Line judge comes in, gets the spot, and referee decides time to use a measurement.
Hey, if they're doing that, this is a great time to let you know that Chardon High School is hosting a Europe trip in the summer of 2016. The international trip, which includes visits to England, France, and Spain, is a great way to broaden a student's horizon and teach them about other cultures. For instance, they'll learn about alternating current and direct current and what not to plug in to those types of switches. Dates
The
are
measurement, hold on, Matt, one moment. It's 4th and inches.
Dates tentatively scheduled June 16th through June 30th. Deadline to lock in the cheapest price and to be entered into a $300 scholarship raffle is December 15th.
And the offense on the field, so this is a big one. No doubt they were going to go for it. Jumbo package is in. Wing T, Beninati. You know, it's nice when your leading rusher is your quarterback because the old goose and go here could be in order for the young man, TJ, the junior. Let's see what they try. No, he fakes it. He's going to keep it. He's got a first down. He's got the corner. Beninati, touchdown.
Gadula had a 27-yard run, and Beninati just said, you know what? I can do the same thing.
Wow.
27 yards out on 4th and inches.
Forget the quarterback keeper.
What a response with 2:55 left to play here in the 3rd.
Chardon does not hesitate and does not even consider going for 2, which I like. And so Ethan Ziegenfuss is out there, and it's a bad snap, and they coughed it away. Bad snap, high snap. The holder, Dylan Hemley, nothing he could do. And so here we go. Boy, Chardon just really seems bent tonight on making things difficult for themselves, man.
Well, they do. They had a chance to make this a 8-point game. Instead, it's still 7, 20-13 Chardon. Need to finish, Jamie, giving away this information here real quick, though, while we still kind of have that international trip in our minds. If you'd like more information on the international trip or how to enter in that $300 scholarship or just some other pertinent info, you got to contact Chardon High School Spanish teacher, Kristen Nedzwicki. And it's kristen.nedzwicki@chardonschools.org. Figure out how to spell Nedzwicki yourself. Go on their website. You can find her information there, her email information there. Well, those good old ethnic names, if you will.
So the botch snap keeps the score at 7. And with 2:55 to go in the 3rd quarter, we are still at 1 score, the same way we started this half. Chardon really needs to work on the pass rush on defense, Matt.
Indeed they do, Jamie. But right now, if you're the Hilltoppers, you scored, you need to come out, get a stop here, and come on back, and boy, close to a touchback.
Here's Thigpen again on the return, and he goes across, and he's right at about the 20. So that's where we will mark it, and that's where Kenston will start here on GTV. Don't forget, you can visit geaugatv.org where you can see upcoming replay dates and times for all of our other fall sports on GTV. We've got volleyball, boys and girls soccer, tennis, and
a lot of football.
A lot of community and lots of football. There's a first pass complete to Max Seawald. First time we have called his name today, interestingly enough. He's been out there all day, and he is one of the top receivers. 6 yards on the play, and back we come. 5 wide. Gadula from the gun. Fakes it. Still on his feet. Missed tackles, and look at Parker Gadula. Here's a flag. Flag comes in. Gadula looks like a gazelle out there, doesn't he? Like a baby giraffe with those high knees. And somehow he's breaking tackles.
He made Shane Quinn look awful. Quinn, he just completely whiffed.
And the flag's going to be on the Hilltoppers for the sideline.
Sideline warning.
So sideline warning. Gadula, a big run. Once again, when they had him wrapped up, and then they let him go. Ball is on the Chardon 35-yard line.
Official's gonna respot the football. How about that?
Gadula, quick drop, pass is complete. Here near side, that's Casaro, who gets across the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another gain of about 6.
Kyle McCaffrey there again in on the tackle for the Toppers. That's why he's one of the team leaders in tackles.
Defense adjusting quickly. 4 wide for Kenston. Gives it this time to Verbeck, and he goes down on the loss. Is that Ryder Davis again in there?
Yep, Ryder Davis was in there. Joe Sivas was in there.
Boy, Ryder Davis is really making himself known today, isn't he? The junior, 6'1", 240, number 54, taking the place in many ways on that defensive line. Daylon Powers had some of those snaps there last week. 3rd down and 6 coming. Penalty flag.
Going to be against the Bombers.
False start.
Oh, and you can kind of hear it, folks. It's getting loud here at Chardon Memorial.
Finally, cowbell's out. We need more cowbell.
It's the only cure. I've got a fever.
Clock is running, 1:12. Third down, crowd making some noise. Gadula being rushed, breaks one tackle, doesn't break another one.
Lucas Lundblad had him by the jersey, was not going to let him go.
So 4th and 10. The defense can have no idea what Kenston might do here. They come out in the offense. Gadula's got the pooch kick in his arsenal. They've made it very complicated. 4th down and 11. Clock at 40 seconds, 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it. Gadula has time. Down he goes. Fumble. Free football. And it is recovered by Kenston.
That was better than a punt if you're the Hilltoppers. Gadula rolls out of the pocket, loses the football. One of his linemen recovers the football. A significant loss of yardage.
That was Cole Maniglia, the right tackle, who recovered it. It doesn't matter, of course, though, and so the Hilltoppers get the break, and they take over on the Kenston 45-yard line.
Jamie, it might have mattered in a sense where Maniglia kept the Hilltopper from taking it all the way back.
Yeah,
that's
true.
about it.
31 seconds to go. Beninati under center. He's got the power eye, or I'm sorry, wing T behind him. He fakes it, keeps it. Near side, Beninati stays in bounds. Good job. Positive yards, and that's going to be, I imagine, the last play of this 3rd quarter.
Now you'd think so, and this Hilltopper team, bit of a rough start. They gave up a touchdown to Kenston, 27-yard touchdown run by Gadula, but then they answered back. Beninati, one of his own, and Jamie, we head into the 4th quarter with Chardon up by 7 at 20-13.
It has been back and forth tonight. Penalties on both sides have hurt these teams, and so have fumbles and missed snaps. And right now, Chardon is the one who's kind of taking control of the mishaps. We will pause, go nowhere. The fourth quarter of this WRC rivalry is coming next. Well, a battle of the bands right now. Both bands are going for the Bombers and the Hilltoppers with 12 minutes to go. It is 2nd down and 6. Chardon is going left to right from our vantage point and driving. Beninati gives it straight ahead and churning and moving, still pushing. A 1st down for the Hilltoppers, a gain of 7. Joe Sivas is the one who moved the pile.
Well, we saw Joe Sivas do that against North, Jamie. He was given the football in crunch time and made some good things happen.
Dylan Hemley into the game, brings the play to Beninati. Critical point in this football game. These scores have been so close over the years. Beninati in the gun. He's going to throw, no, keep. Running left side, moving, flag comes in. Here's a flag again. It's not in a good spot.
It is not, and it's got to be about the 10th. If this is against Chardon, which is what it looks like, that's about penalty number 9 or 10 on the night for
It's
them.
another holding. And it moves them back, cancels that play, and now it's 1st down and 16.
Well, not what you want to see if you're Chardon, but certainly something that, Jamie, that they can overcome.
From the gun again. Scissor play, reverse. Pikus gets a lead block from Beninati on 1st down, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 coming.
Jamie, probably a good time to once again congratulate Cassidy King, the homecoming queen tonight. She beat out Sydney Cam, Mary Weaver, Phoebe Davis, and Natalie Bukovic.
They were all winners, Matt, but she just happened to be crowned
Correct.
queen. Yeah, it's been fun to watch Cassidy over the years here on GTV. 2nd down and 10 coming. Fake. Beninati keeping it. Squirts through. 10-5 touchdown. Hilltoppers. No flag.
That's how you start the fourth quarter. Boy, 34-yard touchdown run. And now Chardon in a great position, Jamie. You're up by 2 scores, and at this stage of the game, you are really forcing Kenston to go to the air in a weather situation where they don't really want to be in the air.
Again, they botched the snap, and it's no good.
Hemley had a major problem getting that just down on the tee. Boy, I hate to see that.
So it's 26-13 with 10:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. This is the opportunity, though, maybe for the Chardon defense, because Kenston, who knows, they haven't broken off any big runs today other than Gadula. But most of those runs have come on passing down. So maybe if you're Chardon's defensive coaches here, you see an opportunity to be aggressive on the pass rush. The secondary has played very well today. Kenston has not gone down the field once with a pass of, I don't know, maybe more than 15 yards.
No, they have been very limited, and you have to give some credit to the Hilltoppers' defensive line tonight, Jamie, because they have controlled, for the most part, the line of scrimmage tonight. Which is something that they've had some trouble with the last few nights, or the last few Fridays.
A lot of coffee and hot chocolate going out of the concession stand tonight.
Yeah, a lot of it here on this table.
Yeah, I don't know whose cup is whose anymore. Not a lot of water going down.
Well, you know, the thing for Kenston coming in, looking at this game, this was a must-win game for Kenston in terms of the league title and potentially even playoff points. For Chardon, right now sitting in the 8th spot in the OHSAA computer point standings. They definitely need this game, but it wasn't one of those must-wins, if you will. But it certainly will help them out in the long run, especially as Kenston still has teams like South and Brush to play, and even North a little bit later on, which should push them closer to a 500 team.
Seawald and Randall are back deep for Kenston. Kick in the air, fielded by, I think that might be Barrett Weaver, number 6.
It is.
And he gets across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Barrett Weber on that return.
You know, Jamie, it was interesting. Even with Chardon's loss last week to Madison, Blue Streak still did not have enough computer points at this time to jump ahead of them with that win. So they sit in 9th, only separated by 35/10ths of a point, or 0.35, if I said that right. 35/10.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Gadula's from the gun, 4 wide receivers, is Kenston trying to come back down 13 here on homecoming night. Gadula, stop and go. The throw is caught. Back shoulder, beautiful pass and catch. Seawald makes the play, but there is a flag down.
Going to be passing interference.
Back judge, and it's going to go against Kenston. The back judge throws a penalty flag there. And boy, there's that offensive pass interference call. That's not how you want to start a drive. They're going to go back 15 from the line.
Each team now with one of those calls against them.
Pretty rare. Big break, though, for Chardon, as that was a beautiful catch and throw for right at the back shoulder, but Seawald pushes off. First down and 25, 5 wide. The run, Verbeck hit by 4 toppers and dropped in the backfield.
No, this is what the Chardon D has to come out and do. Get another stop here, and really another score puts this game out of reach.
Man in motion, that is Fecco. Gadula has it over the middle, too high, boy. Through the hands of one receiver, almost caught by another one.
Yeah, Casaro nearly had that catch, but just couldn't quite grab onto it.
Over Stanley's hands. You see how good Gadula's arm, though. I mean, that's a college arm that you're seeing.
Jamie, most high school quarterbacks can barely throw it to one receiver. On one pass, Parker Gadula throws it to 2 guys.
Well, it is, what, 3rd down and very long. Gadula trying to screen play. Nobody's there. And that penalty, that pass interference, devastates Kenston on with 9:31 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Jacob Urchek came in, disrupted the timing on that. Just came around from his defensive tackle spot, got in there in Gadula's face, and Gadula had to throw it at an angle at a time when he wasn't ready to give it away.
Ryan Toft, the sophomore punter, back out. So cold. We've seen so many bad snaps today and so many drop snaps. That's a high snap. Toft gets it, gets a pretty good kick away. Hits at the 40, takes a Kenston bounce, and it'll stop at the 45-yard line. Well, now, Matt, with 9:19 to go in the 4th quarter, the Hilltoppers trying to use the clock, obviously. Scoring again would be great and would potentially probably put Kenston out, but
no doubt about it.
Use the clock.
Yeah, and Jamie, if there's an offense built to use the clock, it's this Chardon Hilltopper team. It's what the wing tee does. You keep it on the ground, you burn up clock.
First and 10. Wing T for Chardon. Beninati under center. Pikus is in motion. He turns, gives straight ahead. I think that's Dinko. It's a good gain, whomever it is. 8 yards on the carry.
Well, Chardon content to get some yards, let the clock run a little bit. You'll get a first down, hopefully, on the next run or two. That's all they want to do. Just continue to move the football. Move that football.
There's that wing T. Dinko in motion. Fakes. Beninati's going to throw it deep, and he's wide open. It's Pikus. He makes the catch at the 20. Comes back toward the middle, inside the 20 to the 17-yard line, and a late flag comes in.
It's going to be a personal foul. Pikus was hit in the helmet-to-helmet contact. But that is his that's his first catch of this game. And for Andrew Pikus, he's done pretty well for himself. Third reception on the year. He has a touchdown already so far.
That
receiver.
Ball was a little bit underthrown. If it was more out ahead of Andrew, he would have been in for the touchdown.
Problem was that was right into the wind. That's why it was a bit underthrown.
Defensive holding is actually the call. And then there's a call against Chardon. And there's a personal foul on Chardon, and so they got to march him back.
It's a first down.
So that whole play ends up netting him only about 5 yards or so.
Again, penalties come back to cost Chardon important yardage.
Well, first and 10, 8:35 to go. Hilltoppers on offense, wing T.
Officials still want to talk this over.
Referee wants to tell the Chardon offense that they need to wait for the ready to play whistle.
You don't need to wait, you just go.
And there it is. So, whistle's been blown. Beninati is under center, wing T behind him. Dinko in motion. Turns, gives, straight up the middle. Christian Ross, the ball carrier. Good, tough running. He's got 5 yards.
That's what you like to see out of Christian Ross. And Ross, the last few games, has had little issues. Not so much in the Madison game, but the few games prior to that with cramping. Tonight is not one of those nights.
Under 8 minutes now. Dylan Hemley into the game for the Hilltoppers. They lead 26-13. Quick snap. Ross again. Straight ahead. Still on his feet. Christian Ross gets through, and he has a first down. A 10-yard carry. Matt, he should have only had about 4 yards.
Well, and actually that could have almost been a touchdown if not for Colin Cure, who somehow managed to trip him up. Because Christian Ross had wiggled his, he just somehow got out of it.
Kenston Bombers are going to take a timeout, and we will too with 7:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. Chardon on top, 26-13. Welcome back here to GTV. Hilltoppers headed toward their classmates, the Chardon Crazies, in the red out tonight. Jamie Ward, Matt Jaworski. Homecoming night at Chardon Memorial Field.
Little brisk.
Hilltoppers have not played their best football game of the year, but they've been good enough. And they are beating Kenston right now. First and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line. Pikus is in motion. Fakes one way. Gives to Dinko up the middle. Dinko still on his feet. Gets to about the 10-yard line.
Jamie, coming into this game, Mitch Hewitt was challenging his team to find a way to dig down deep and to play good, solid, fundamental football.
Yeah, 100%. He was not happy with some of the leadership issues. And really, Chardon really got their butts kicked against Madison. They have come out today, played much better. Here comes Beninati going left side, and he has a first down, 5-yard pickup. That play with Beninati rolling out has been the Chardon bread and butter on offense.
Well, it absolutely has, and there's a reason why, too, because they're running that ball left side around Pekosic. And when you've got a guy like Pekosic, you have to use him. Skyler is 6'6", 220. He's a bulldozer out there.
Hemley comes in with the play. First down in goal for the Hilltoppers, trying to maybe put this one away. Beninati under center. Takes the snap, gives it. Dinko, 5, touchdown! Yes! Just got through and over the goal line. Second score tonight for Joe Dinko.
So it's 6:34 to go, Jamie. Chardon putting themselves up in a position where now they're doubling up. More than doubling up the Bombers right now.
Hard to believe. They're not more, 32. Can they convert an extra point is the next question, and they do. They had missed their last 2, but Ziegenfuss's kick is good.
Cleared the stands. He had a little bit of pent-up frustration there about not getting a chance to kick the last 2. He kicked the heck out of that one. Boy.
Well, with 6:34 to go here in the fourth quarter, Hilltoppers in control, 33-13, Matt, and boy, we have seen Chardon today, despite the penalties, despite the miscues, despite all of that. They've really actually, if you look at the scoreboard, they've dominated this football game
They
today.
absolutely have, Jimmy. They've come out and they've played very well considering all the mistakes that they've made. Hey, this again a good time to remind everybody who the Kings court is, or who's on the homecoming court for the guys. We mentioned the girls a couple times, but we got Andrew Deal is on it, Andrew Drake, Oliver Lasota, Dominic Ferrante, and Weston Zale.
Yeah, there they are. Congratulations to those young men.
Now they'll be crowned at the dance late in the dance process.
Correct.
Unique to Chardon how they do that.
Is it? I don't.
A lot of other
remember.
schools you either do it prior to the game starting or at halftime.
Well, the Hilltoppers in their home black uniforms here on GTV, and interesting to see all the different undergarments that the guys wear. Some have red socks, some white socks, some white sleeves, some black sleeves.
Hey, whatever you need to stay warm.
Kick goes out of bounds. It was a pretty good kick, but it just hit the ground and went all the way to the sideline. So tough break. It will give Kenston good field position to start this drive, but they are now down 20 points, and they've already burned one of those timeouts as well. The thing about Kenston, though, and Parker Gadula is they do have a offense that can strike quickly. So the defensive secondary, which has played really well today, man. Who are some of those young men back there that we should mention? Christian Ross has been back in a safety position. We've seen Pikus. Shane Quinn deserves a shout out as well.
Absolutely. Shane Quinn, Jesse Smith, Ethan Ziegenfuss. We'll see Kyle McCaffrey and Andrew Pikus kind of switch up between a defensive back, linebacker. Those two guys are kind of interchangeable.
Ball is on the 35, 1st and 10. Gadula, pass rush, flag comes down, Gadula's down, he's sacked.
And this should be a holding call on top of that.
Despite the hold, and it is a hold, Gadula goes down. And they don't decline it. They'll take the full 10 yards and let Kenston, interestingly enough. So, boy, it goes way back. Half the distance from the spot of the foul. So here we go. Clock is moving again. It's a bad snap. Ball is on the ground. Gadula's hit. Is he in the end zone? No.
They're going to say forward progress.
He's
around
not,
the 2.
but the defense comes through big, and Kenston is going the wrong way despite trailing by 20. Second down, it's more than 30. The scoreboard says 30, but they just can't figure it out. Now they got 2nd and 43. That's right. Gadula is going to throw it deep, far side, over the head of Max Seawald. And so it'll be 3rd down and 43. I'd get some extra defensive backs into the game.
Well, and you'd like to see that, Jamie, but on the other side, we've seen Gadula beat them with the run, but I don't think he's going to be able to run nearly 50 yards, 45 yards.
Got your cover 4 in the game, 2 safeties and the corners, and here we go. Gadula, very long pass is caught, but irrelevant. That was Casaro on the far side of the field from where we're watching the game, and so now they're going to have to punt, and that's going to be it. Matt Kenston with 5:25 to go when the punt team out there is, and Chardon doesn't even have a return man. They should get somebody back. It's going to be Ziegenfuss.
Yeah, he's just waiting, hanging out.
Well, you've got Toft into the game. The Kenston punter on 4th and 32.
Yes, he's had some good punts and a couple bad ones. That one low.
It's not a good one. Oh, and it's fielded. Pikus decides to catch that.
Urchek might have actually got his hand on that ball as it was getting off the foot of the punter.
You know what? That's the type of play that you smile if you're a coach, but you know every single one of those Chardon coaches was like, what is he doing? Because he was actually going back for to get in position for the block, and he decided to jump up and snatch it. Anyway, the Hilltoppers are going to take over on 1st down, and the ball is on the Kenston 27-yard line.
Come on, it's homecoming. You have certain liberties on homecoming when you're up by 20 this late in the game.
Offense on the field. 1st down, under 5 minutes now. Joe Sivas is the ball. No, he's not. There was a fake, and here comes a penalty flag.
Hey, why not? I've seen enough of them tonight. You know, it is a little brisk. Noses are running a little bit. Get those hankies out. Just keep them off the field.
Holding is the call against Chardon.
Now, certainly a lot of things that this coaching staff for Chardon will be working on this upcoming week. It's a big week, Jamie. A big, big week.
Hilltoppers going to continue in the WRC next week. It's going to get tough next week.
Yep. At Mayfield.
Christian Ross straight ahead. He stopped at the line.
Mayfield well on their way to another win, and you know, while we have a minute here, you look ahead to that game. Mayfield right now, in terms of computer points, they're sitting 2nd in Division II Region 3 with 10.75 points. Only Aurora's ahead of them. Behind them is Hudson, Maple Heights, Copley, Warren, G. Harding Green, then Chardon rounding out the top 8. Of course, the top 8 advance to the playoffs.
2nd down, 18.
Timeout going to be called. Running in late. It's one of the coaches. They need to burn a timeout, something they did not like.
Now with 3:46 to go in the 4th quarter, Chardon takes a timeout in control here on homecoming night. We'll pause and come back on GTV.
Well, hey, for those listening live audio, Chardon Alumni Association and Chardon High School will be inducting the 2015 Hall of Fame honorees during the pregame festivities at the football game Friday, October 16th. So make sure you get here early. You're going to want to be here for that one. A lot of great names, and we'll talk more about that when we return to the TV recording portion.
It is cold. All right, let's come back. So Chardon offense back out on the field. They either had the wrong personnel or they were running out of time, so they decided to take that time out. Jamie Ward, Matt Jaworski with you here at Memorial Field on homecoming weekend, Friday night football. And the Hilltoppers on their way to their 5th win of the season. Pikus is hit and he fumbles it, and Kenston picks it up and will take over with 3:41 to go.
Jamie, interesting you talk about turnovers because there's been a lack of them. Chardon has caused 4 turnovers, lost 2 for a +2. Last year overall, they had 18 takeaways and 16 giveaways. So the Hilltoppers defense really not getting the ball back to the offense nearly as much as they were last year. Hey, this is also a good time to talk about the upcoming Hall of Fame, or the Alumni Hall of Fame. Chardon Alumni Association and Chardon High School will be inducting the 2015 Hall of Fame honorees during the pregame festivities at the football game on Friday, October 16th at 6:30 p.m. Of course, that's here at Chardon Memorial. The 4 alumni were selected based on their accomplishments and overall contributions to their professions and communities. This year's honorees are Emmanuel Greger, class of 1938, and a Chardon lawyer since 1948. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records as the longest career as a lawyer. Just in case you're ever wondering that, it's Chardon's own Emmanuel McGregor. Also being inducted, Helen Mansfield Thomas, class of 1955, a dedicated Chardon educator and community supporter. Nancy Picorni, class of 1980, is inducted into the Healthcare, Wellness, Culture, HR professional, co-produced and wrote the Vetter family film. And then Daniel Gray, class of 1981, who was involved in computer engineering, was involved with the Sirius satellite radio and CAT scanning technology. And all previous Hall of Fame honorees and friends are again invited to attend. It's the next home game, October 16th, 6:30 p.m. here at Chardon Memorial.
Well, let's go ahead and pause. We've got a man down, and so we'll be back on GTV. .341 to go. That was Ryan Cousins who came off the field for Kenston, this strong safety. And so now we're back. And it looks like Gadula's done for the day, Matt. They actually,
I can't blame them.
They've brought in a backup quarterback. They run it on first down, and it goes nowhere.
It's the sophomore, Jimmy Berg, B-U-R-G, 5'9", 155. Going to get a lot of new faces in this game very quickly.
Well, Bombers program has relied on Gadula so heavily for the last 3 seasons. They will eventually have to turn the page. Look at that. That's a nice throw by the young man to the far side of the field. He gets about 6 yards. Clock is running. 3:05. And the tomahawk chop by the Chardon band and the Chardon Crazies.
Well, great to see them coming out and support their boys. And going to be a fun weekend here in Chardon.
Berg goes deep, overshoots his intended receiver on 3rd down.
Of course, tomorrow, the big homecoming dance. And Jamie, no better way to get it started out than with a parade and then following up with a nice big win against one of your Geauga County rivals.
Kenston Bombers, new additions to the Western Reserve Conference this year. So this rivalry, of course, will extend beyond football. I saw it in boys golf and volleyball. Certainly Berg on 4th down throws. It's incomplete at the feet of his intended target. That was Nick Dombrowski, number 20. And now with 2:46, Chardon, I would imagine, can bring in some of their young players. And
yeah, see Mitch Butala's out there. Dinko coming in at QB.
Joe Dinko, Tommy Beninati competed in the preseason to see.
Check that Beninati's still out there.
Oh, okay.
Came out late.
Both of them competed, was never quite sure. And the Bombers are now going to use a timeout. So we will pause as well. 33-13 when we come back.
We're on TV right now. Hi, Mom. Hi, everybody. Hi.
back here, and it is now finally a new quarterback for the Chardon Hilltoppers. They've decided to go with Dylan Hemley, who's been the holder. Turns, and he fakes it. He's going to run it, and he's going to get positive yards. He's close to the first down.
Number 12, Dylan Hemley now in at quarterback.
Now this is such a fun time for the kids. They don't normally get to play, and now they get some varsity experience on a homecoming game.
9 yards on the play, 2nd down and 1. Here it is, 2nd down and short. Chardon has the first down, and they get about 8 yards on the carry. Don't forget, our next video game, for those of you interested, will be October 14th against Riverside. Is that right? The
16th.
16th.
That's the Hall of Fame game.
Sorry, no, that's Dave Jevnikar's handwriting is what that is. Hall of Fame game, October 16th. So that's the next time we will bring you a video replay here on GTV. Hemley's going to keep it again on 1st and 10. He's got some open room. He takes a hit, stays in bounds with 2:05 and counting.
I think he picked up the first down.
I think he's a little short.
Yeah, just. Wow. It's just past the 22. Boy, be great for the backups there if they could come in, get a touchdown, and just cap this night off.
I like the victory formation eventually, though. There's the carry up the middle. First down, Chardon, still running, still moving. Who is that?
That's Shaman Leach. We've seen him in a number of these situations. And Jamie, with that first down, that might just do it now to where we see them in the victory formation.
Well, let's see. Clock is running, 1:30 to go. Hilltoppers on top, 33-13. They're going to go to 5-1 on this young season. And Hemley under center. He turns, he does give it, and running straight ahead, getting close to the goal line.
I believe that was Ian Selmer, number 47.
So it's 2nd down. This is interesting to see if Chardon's going to line it up and go ahead and punch it in here.
Nope, check that. I'm sorry. That was Nate Blakely, Jamie. Nate Blakely.
Well, here we go. 2nd down and goal. They're going to go up the middle, and it's a touchdown.
That time the touchdown was Ian Selmer.
Comes with 47 seconds left. Chardon not prepared for what to do after that.
It looks like they're going to send out Evan Powell. He's got to get in the game and getting ready to kick. I don't even have a 39 on my roster.
High snap, and yet the kick is still good. So nice job to get that one through the uprights and right around the Kenston Bomber defenders. And so 40 points now on the scoreboard for Chardon.
Well, got to give Hemley a lot of credit. Another high snap, able to get the ball down and on the tee this time. It was a little bit touch and go right there, but young man made it work. Extra practice time right there for him. Jamie, you look ahead to the Chardon's upcoming schedule, and next week, live audio from Mayfield, and then we return home, the video against Riverside, and it's 3 home games to close out the year. Home to Riverside, home to Brush, and home to South. Should be a lot of fun, and Chardon with the win secures at least a 500 season.
Yeah. Absolutely, but still a lot to go. They're going to have to play Mayfield. That's a tough opponent, but brush south, north. Oh, I'm sorry, not north, Riverside.
Riverside, yep.
Here comes the kick. It's in the air, way out of bounds.
Maybe the wind got that one.
Kids are running down to the end zone. And they just kick it. It was off of his foot and right into the Kenston stands.
They get to keep those when they come in there, right?
No, I don't think so. So ball will be at the 40-yard line, and that's where the Bombers will take over with 47 seconds to go. Chardon on top, 40-13. Don Novacek just asked us, has anyone ever seen someone kick it 8 feet deep into the side stands? And the answer is no. Kenston not in the victory formation, but they are in the formation where they're going to take a knee. They take the snap, they do take the knee. They'll have to do that one more time, but there's 40 seconds to go. And so, you know, Matt, what a dominating victory for Chardon despite all of those mistakes. And you know the coaches are going to talk about those after the game because it's great to get this win here today, but they're going to have to clean it up moving forward.
Well, and you're exactly right, Jamie. And now you have to start focusing on the big picture, which is the playoffs.
Final snap of the game is a knee, and with that, the Hilltoppers go to 5-1, getting the win here at homecoming weekend. And again, that final score is 40-13. Well, it's been a great night. Lots and lots of highlights and activities. We do have homecoming highlights for you at some point as well. So you're going to want to check and stay with GTV for all of that good stuff. And the Hilltoppers getting the win again, 40-13.
Coaches, hey guys, I just say that's a product of preparation. You guys prepared this week like you haven't all season. Okay, I think you matured a little bit. You might be taking a step towards knowing what it takes to win, right? The preparation was excellent. And then all you got to come out and do your job and just do it really hard, right? It's a very simple game when you break it down like that. Do your job, do it really hard, good things happen. E-job.
His energy was so high pre-game. I haven't seen it that way in a long time. It was awesome to see.
You gotta keep doing that, though. Every week.
All right.
Coach, that's right. That's what I was going to say. Coach, you would ask how's the tempo, the feeling out there? And when we were doing our drills out there, we were hearing seams ripping. When we were doing our hand drills, there were seams ripping. That's it, guys. That's it. Keep pulling that leash, guys. It was a good effort. We legitimately could have had 70. We did not have one drive where we didn't have a penalty, where we didn't have a couple penalties. And I think part of that's referee crew and part of it's on us as well. But I've had this next game circled on my calendar for a long time. You know, we played these guys three times in our history, and I don't think they've scored a point. And every time we play them, we got to hear about how great they are. So I'm excited. This is a big, big game, man. We can punch our ticket to a lot of things next Friday night. Good? Yeah. We accomplished our mission. We defended our field, right? All those things we read off prior to, right? You got to all do that in a 48-minute football game. Your buddies, your teammates, your town, your classmates, the name on the front of your jersey, all that was defended tonight on the most appropriate night, homecoming, right? You guys did it. And the best part is you're 5-1. You accomplished that goal. It's 5-1, one at a time, one at a time. I got to say this too, I took a lot of heat for you twos in on that touchdown. He wasn't very happy about that, but you know what my comment to him was? You guys work your asses off all week long. You deserve a little Friday night too. I don't have a lot of friends to begin with. I don't need any more. So it was a great job. Very, very good. And let me say one last thing. No one wants to see penalties, but what I saw was, and I don't want to see it next week or it won't be a good outcome, but I saw a team overcome adversity. Sometimes you got to overcome the refs. Sometimes you got to overcome play calls. Sometimes the ball bounces the wrong way. There's growth there. I saw growth tonight. Okay? You guys want to be my friend afterwards? I need a hug after this.
Our thanks goes out to Dave Jevnikar, our executive producer. Brian Foster and Chris Graw are on the cameras. And of course, my friend and colleague Matt Jaworski, thanks to you too. And thanks for watching GTV. I'm Jamie Ward. We'll see you soon.